Did you know? The Super Paper Mario boss Bone Chill is based on the biblical figure Lucifer, an angel who was cast out of heaven by God and became Satan. Bone Chill is most similar to the depiction of Lucifer presented in the 14th century work Dante's Inferno. In the text, Lucifer, now a monstrous six-winged beast, is imprisoned in ice at the deepest circle of hell. In Super Paper Mario, Bone Chill is originally imprisoned deep below the underwear. This location parallels the underworld, or the Greek interpretation of hell, and draws comparisons to the imprisonment of Lucifer. The boss describes himself as the master of the cold dark, has 6 wings on his back, and utilizes various ice-based magic attacks in his fight. His catch card description even informs us that his minty fresh breath is capable of freezing players solid. This constant connection to ice, along with several aspects of his design, seem to corroborate the character's biblical inspiration. Bone Chill's backstory, revealed through Tippy's Tattle ability, also implies that he was once a NIMBY, a race of angelic characters in the game. There's also a possible reference to the devil in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. In the game, the demonic Shadow Queen's banishment lasted 1,000 years, such as in Revelation 27. And when the 1,000 years are ended, Satan will be released from his prison. Other references to the work of Dante exist within the Mario universe. The Tower Stage in World 5 of Super Mario Bros. 3 may be a reference to Mount Purgatory from Purgatorio. This is featured in the second part of Dante's Divine Comedy, immediately following Dante's Inferno. In Purgatorio, Mount Purgatory depicts an allegorical journey towards heaven. Similarly, the tower in Mario 3 allows players to ascend and access the sky-themed levels of the world. Mario 3's tower also bears a striking resemblance to the real-world Great Mosque of Samarra, a 9th century mosque in Iraq built in the shape of a spiraling cone. Another game with a demonic reference is Wario's Woods for the NES, which contains a reference to the devil in both its English and Japanese versions. In Japan, the boss is called Akumen, derived from the Japanese word Akuma, meaning demon or devil. In English copies of the game, however, the boss is called Fauster. His English name is likely inspired by the German legend of Faust, which dates back as early as 1587. The legend has been adapted several times, most notably by playwright Christopher Marlowe in The Tragical History of Dr. Faustus. In the tale, the character of Faust, or Faustus, makes a deal with the devil in exchange for magical powers. The choice of devil-related names makes sense, given Faustus' stereotypical devil-like appearance complete with pitchfork and wings. First appearing in Super Mario Bros. 3, the recurring Mario enemy Dry Bones actually gets its name from a section of the Bible. This section, known as the Valley of Dry Bones, describes how God granted new life to a valley filled with skeletons. As God reanimates them, they form with a clattering sound. In Ezekiel 37 it says, "So I prophesied as I was commanded, and there arose a noise when I prophesied, and behold a commotion, and the bones who came together bone to its bone." This is all mirrored by the Mario enemy's name, sound, and animations. Another biblical reference can be found hidden away in one of Mario 3's levels. If the player uses a flight-based power-up during World 6-4, they can find a hidden Christian cross in the sky made from bricks. One other small connection to Christianity can be found in the original version of Mario Party for the N64. Lines of dialogue from Wario and Luigi were censored in international versions of the game. When either character loses a minigame in the Japanese version, they exclaim,
"Oh my god!
Oh my god!"
This line of dialogue was altered in international versions of the game, presumably in order to remove any perceived religious references. When losing a minigame in the English version, Luigi simply wails in pain.
Ow!
And Wario says,
"So I missed!"
The character Madame Clairvoyant from Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube references the Bardo, a Mahayana Buddhist belief that literally translates to gap or in-between state. The term Bardo originates from a Tibetan Buddhist text, the Bardo Thodol, or Tibetan Book of the Dead, a funerary text recited to a recently deceased person in order to ease them into a more favorable rebirth. This intermediary period between death and reincarnation lasts for 49 days. In Luigi's Mansion, Madame Clairvoyant's in-game bio reads, "Her close connection to the spirit world lets her see 49 days into the future," a clear connection to the time frame of the Bardo belief. A Club Nintendo comic strip once featured a character named Abigor, a goat-like creature that shares his name with the pre-Judeo-Christian demon. In the comic, various Nintendo characters all live in a skyscraper situated in real-world Brooklyn, New York. Wario, the caretaker of the skyscraper, makes a deal with Abigor. In this deal, Wario promises to give Abigor the keys for every room in the skyscraper. In return, Abigor must manipulate Princess Toadstool into falling in love with Wario instead of Mario. Instead of doing this, however, Abigor turns Princess Toadstool into a zombie. Despite the comic strip character sharing his name with the real-world Abigor, his goat-like appearance doesn't line up with typical depictions of the demon. In the book The Key of Solomon the King, Abigor is presented as either a fearsome knight that carries a lance or a spectral being that sometimes rides a winged horse. In these tales, Abigor is depicted as a manipulator of men, coercing them into violence or murder under his command. Some have assumed then that the goat-like appearance of the comic strip character is actually taken from the pagan deity Bahamut, who is portrayed as a man-like goat creature, an appearance now often conflated with that of Satan, due in no small part to the 1856 illustration of the demon by French occult author Alpheus Levi. In mid-2013, a number of Spanish websites were misled into reporting that Mario and Luigi were gay lovers. This was thanks to the work of Ciencia Seminal, a satirical Latin American website similar to The Onion. The site reported that Nintendo discussed the results of an investigation that revealed that gamers under the age of 10 commonly believed that Mario and Luigi were a gay couple. Ciencia Seminal reported that Nintendo used the outcome of the investigation to determine that younger gamers were becoming more tolerant. A subsequent article stated that Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto had announced that the original Super Mario Bros. Was a game charged with the signs of gay culture, and Luigi and Mario were a gay couple trying to brave a society that rejects them. A number of other Spanish websites began reporting on the unfounded articles as truth, completely oblivious to the satirical nature of Ciencia Seminal. The quote-unquote news eventually became so widespread that even English-speaking websites began to post it as fact. The story was also taken literally by religious radicals like Fellowship of the Minds, who unfortunately used it as an opportunity to spread hate speech against the gay community. Seeing as you clicked on this video, you're probably into games and pop culture. If you like representing your favorite games and movies on the clothes you wear, you should consider subscribing to Level Up. Level Up is a monthly subscription service from the creators of Loot Crate and brings pop culture themed apparel to your doorstep. This service has a different theme every month, and all gear relates to that theme. This month's Level Up box has clothing based on Destiny, Star Trek, and more. Level Up has multiple subscription tiers ranging from $8.99 all the way up to $20.99, and Level Up are offering DidYouKnowGaming viewers 10% off their subscription. If you're interested in exclusive pop culture themed apparel and want to support DidYouKnowGaming, head over to lootcrate.com/DYKG2 and enter the code DYKG2 for 10% off any new subscription, or you can get there by clicking the link below. If you sign up before 9 p.m. Pacific time on January 19th, you can still catch this month's Level Up box. Don't forget to subscribe to DidYouKnowGaming for more facts and trivia. If you liked this video, give it a like. And if you're a fan of Pokemon, click the annotation on screen to watch the DidYouKnowGaming on Pokemon in real life. And hey, my name's Lee. It's not quite Mario, but I did a video about Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 over on Arcadia. It'd be really cool if you checked it out. Just click that link right there.